Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in life when wisdom matters more than speed and stability means more than strength. At 70, we are no longer running the same race we once did, but we are still moving forward. And let me tell you something, balance, true balance, is not just about staying on your feet. It's about staying in your life. I've lived long enough to see that one of the greatest fears as we age isn't weakness, it's the loss of independence. The quiet dread of that one fall that changes everything. But here's the truth that too many people forget. It's never too late to train your body, and it's never too late to reclaim your confidence. Today, I want to show you not just an exercise, but a tool. A simple, powerful habit that can give you back a sense of control, grace, and yes, balance in every step you take. Because age may slow us, but it does not define us. Our strength, our steadiness, our spirit, those are ours to keep if we choose to fight for them. Balance is the foundation of independence after 70. This is not just a statement about the body, it's a declaration about life itself. As we age, the things that once came naturally, walking across the room, climbing stairs, standing up quickly, start to demand more attention. We become aware of our movements in a way we didn't before. The fluidity we once took for granted begins to waver, and along with it, something else begins to shift, our sense of confidence. Most people don't realize just how deeply balance is tied to independence until it starts to fade. It's not just about staying upright, it's about maintaining the freedom to live life on your own terms, to walk through your home without assistance, to carry groceries from the car, to step into the shower without fear. Every one of these daily activities depends on the unseen, often uncelebrated ability to remain steady in a world that's always moving. When balance begins to decline, it doesn't just affect your body, it whispers doubts into your mind. You begin to second-guess yourself. You hesitate before taking that step. You worry about the edge of the rug, the slippery tile, the curb that didn't look so high last year. That hesitation, while understandable, becomes the breeding ground for a dangerous cycle. The less confident you feel, the less you move. The less you move, the more your muscles weaken. And as the body weakens, balance suffers even more. It's a quiet erosion of freedom, often unnoticed until it becomes a crisis. But this doesn't have to be your story. Balance can be trained. Just like strength, just like flexibility, balance responds to focused, consistent attention. And when you choose to work on it, something powerful happens. You begin to reclaim not only your physical steadiness, but your self-trust. You begin to take up space in the world again, not with fear, but with certainty. Independence after 70 is not a luxury, it is a necessity for a meaningful, dignified life. And balance is the gateway to that independence. It's what allows you to get out of bed in the morning without bracing yourself. It's what lets you walk through your garden or around your block without needing a hand to hold. It's what makes the difference between needing help and offering it. That kind of independence isn't about pride, it's about freedom. The freedom to be in control of your own days, your own choices, your own movement. What's more, balance touches every other area of your physical health. It is deeply tied to core strength, to posture, to mobility. When balance improves, you often see changes in coordination, in breathing, even in how you carry yourself. There's a quiet dignity in someone who moves well, who walks tall, who shows with every step that they are present and capable. And that presence, physical and mental, is something that can be developed, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. The truth is, aging is not the problem. Inactivity is. The body is remarkably resilient. Even after years of decline, the nervous system can rewire, the muscles can regrow, and the balance can return. It's not an overnight process. It takes patience, intention, and a little daily effort. But the reward is enormous, because what you're really building isn't just better balance, you're building a bridge back to a life where you move freely and fearlessly. For many people, the journey to better balance starts with a moment of honesty, a moment when they admit that they've started holding onto furniture to walk across the room, that they're avoiding steps, that they skip certain activities not because they don't want to, but because they're not sure they can. That moment is not a weakness, it's the beginning of strength. Because once you recognize what you've lost, you can begin the work of getting it back. And it is work worth doing. Because with balance comes not just mobility, but possibility. You can take that trip. You can visit those grandkids. You can get on the floor to play with them and get back up again. You can walk into a room without scanning for something to hold on to. You can feel at home in your body again. Fear of falling is real, but it can be conquered through action. For many, as the years pass, the fear of losing stability becomes one of the most paralyzing aspects of aging. It's a fear that quietly shapes daily life, making even simple tasks feel like high-stakes challenges. The mind begins to anticipate the worst: the sudden trip, the unsteady step, the fall that leads to injury or worse, a loss of independence. And when this fear takes root, it doesn't just affect your physical actions, it starts to affect your very mindset. You move more cautiously, more slowly, more hesitantly. You avoid situations where you might lose your balance, and in doing so you begin to shrink your world step by cautious step. But what if I told you that this fear isn't the end of the story? What if, in fact, it's the starting point for something powerful? The truth is, fear is a natural response to uncertainty. It's what keeps us aware, it's what keeps us safe, but it also keeps us stuck if we let it. Fear of falling, like any fear, is not something that has to rule over us. It's a response we can learn to manage and even conquer with deliberate and consistent action. The first step in overcoming the fear of falling is recognizing that the fear itself is often rooted in the unknown. It's not falling that we fear, but what that fall could mean. The injury, the loss of mobility, the shift in our lifestyle, these are the consequences that weigh heavily on the mind. But when we allow ourselves to face this fear directly, when we take active steps to strengthen our body, to improve our balance, and to regain our confidence, those consequences become less overwhelming. Think about it. The human body is designed for movement, and movement is, in its most basic form, a form of courage. Every time we stand, every time we take a step, we're trusting that our body will carry us. And while that trust may waver as we age, it can be restored. Every small step you take toward improving your balance is a step away from fear. It's a declaration that you're not going to let fear dictate your life. Instead, you're going to take control of your body and your actions. It's important to remember that fear thrives in stillness. The longer we avoid certain movements or activities because we're scared of falling, the more our confidence erodes. This is why action is so crucial. Action is the antidote to fear. When you engage in exercises designed to improve your balance, you are not just working to prevent a fall, you are also signaling to your mind that you are capable, that you are in control. You are training your body to respond with steadiness, not hesitation. Many people may wonder how to start. They may ask themselves, how do I regain my confidence in my body after a fall or after years of avoiding certain movements? The answer lies in the small, consistent actions that build on one another. Begin with exercises that focus on strengthening your core, your legs, and your posture. These exercises help create a solid foundation that supports your balance. And as your muscles grow stronger and your balance improves, something powerful happens. Your fear begins to fade. The more you move, the more confident you become in your ability to move without falling. Another key element is the importance of practice in real-world situations. It's not just enough to do balance exercises in a controlled environment. You need to practice moving in the spaces you occupy every day. Walk around your house, navigate the stairs, and even step outside on uneven ground. By practicing these movements with intention, you are preparing your body and mind to handle any situation that might arise. The more you do this, the more your body learns to respond naturally, without hesitation. Moreover, having the courage to face this fear head-on is not just about physical movement. It's also about mental attitude. It's about shifting from a mindset of avoidance to one of empowerment. It's about refusing to let fear control your decisions. Fear says, don't take that step, but action says, I can handle this. When you engage in exercises and practices that improve your balance, you are telling yourself and the world that you are not defined by fear. You are not limited by what might happen, but empowered by what you can do. This mindset shift is a crucial part of overcoming the fear of falling. The key to conquering this fear is understanding that falls are not inevitable, and they don't have to define your life. Yes, falls may happen, but falls are not the end of the world, and they certainly aren't the end of your ability to move. Each day you take action to improve your balance, you are making a choice to be resilient. You are not allowing fear to paralyze you. You are choosing strength, mobility, and independence. The more you practice, the more you grow into someone who can face life's challenges without fear, knowing that you have the tools to stand tall, to move confidently, and to continue doing the things that matter most. The single best exercise for improving balance, particularly as we age, is the heel-to-toe walk. Simple, effective, and proven to enhance stability, This exercise is a cornerstone for anyone looking to regain or maintain their balance after 70. It may seem straightforward, but its benefits are profound, reaching far beyond the act of just walking. The beauty of the heel-to-toe walk lies in its accessibility. You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or expensive classes to do it. Just a small amount of space and the willingness to commit. All you need to do is take a step where your heel makes contact with the ground first, followed by the toe of the same foot stepping directly in front of the heel of the opposite foot. In doing so, you create a straight line as you walk, forcing your body to stabilize itself as it moves. This action mimics the mechanics of walking on a narrow path or tightrope, naturally challenging your balance and coordination. What makes the heel-to-toe walk so effective is that it targets both physical and mental aspects of balance. As you perform the exercise, you engage your core muscles, your legs, and your feet. The heel-to-toe motion requires precise foot placement, which activates stabilizing muscles in your feet and ankles that might otherwise remain dormant. This creates a solid foundation that supports the body as it moves. Each step forces you to recalibrate your posture, strengthening the neurological connections between your brain and body, ultimately improving your awareness of where your body is in space. The benefits of this exercise extend far beyond just improving balance. As you perform the heel-to-toe walk, you also improve your coordination and flexibility. The movement encourages better posture by promoting a more upright stance, which helps to prevent slouching or bending forward. Over time, this strengthens the muscles of your back, which contributes to better overall posture and less strain on your spine. It also promotes mobility in the hips and legs, as you engage muscles that are often underused in everyday activities. Additionally, the heel-to-toe walk works the muscles in your feet and ankles, which are essential for maintaining good balance. As we age, these muscles can weaken or lose some of their natural range of motion. The exercise keeps them engaged and helps to prevent the stiffness that can lead to falls. By strengthening these muscles and improving the range of motion in your feet and ankles, you reduce the risk of tripping or stumbling in everyday situations. Another important aspect of this exercise is its ability to increase mental focus. When you practice walking heel to toe, you are engaging both your body and your mind. It requires attention and concentration to maintain your balance, which builds mental resilience. This mental engagement can help you develop a greater awareness of your surroundings and boost confidence in your movements. The more you practice, the more automatic the coordination becomes, and the easier it is to move confidently without fear of falling. Research has shown that balance exercises like the heel-to-toe walk significantly reduce the likelihood of falls in older adults. They not only improve physical strength, but also enhance proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position and movement in space. This increased awareness of body position, combined with a stronger core and more stable footing, allows you to move through your environment more safely. While it might seem like a small, simple exercise, the heel-to-toe walk is one of the most powerful tools for anyone looking to improve their balance. It's easy to do, requires no special equipment, and can be done anywhere. With regular practice, you'll find yourself moving with more confidence, steadiness, and a deeper connection to your own body. It's an investment in your long-term health and independence, and it's something you can do every day to maintain and enhance your balance well into your later years. Consistency beats intensity. Small steps every day rebuild stability. When it comes to improving balance and overall health, many people are often drawn to the idea of making dramatic changes quickly. They might jump into intense workout routines expecting fast results, but this approach can be counterproductive, especially as we age. The reality is that consistency, not intensity, is the key to long-term success in regaining and maintaining balance. As we age, the body doesn't respond to sudden, extreme bursts of activity the way it used to. Intense exercise routines may initially improve strength or flexibility, but they can also lead to injury or burnout if not approached carefully. The key is not to push the body to its limits all at once, but rather to make gradual, steady progress. Small, consistent actions, performed regularly over time, lead to profound and lasting improvements in balance and overall stability. One of the primary reasons consistency is so crucial is that the body needs time to adapt to changes. Our muscles, joints, and the nervous system require repetition to make lasting improvements in strength, coordination, and balance. If you only work on balance sporadically or in a rush, your body doesn't have enough time to build the necessary neural connections and muscle memory to create stable movement patterns. This is why doing small balance exercises every day is so much more effective than attempting to do a full body workout once a week. It's the daily practice that leads to gradual improvement, and it's the consistency that reinforces those changes. Balance is something that involves multiple systems in the body working together: muscles, bones, joints, and the brain. These systems don't always respond immediately to a single intense session. They need time to integrate the improvements and reinforce them. For example, when practicing balance exercises like the heel-to-toe walk, you are not only strengthening the muscles in your legs, but also training your brain to coordinate movement with your body's position in space. The more often you practice, the stronger these connections become, and the more automatic your balance will be. Furthermore, small steps every day provide the opportunity to notice and correct any weaknesses or imbalances before they become problems. When you take the time each day to practice balance, you begin to notice subtle shifts in your movement patterns. Perhaps you discover that one leg is slightly weaker than the other, or that your posture changes when you're tired. These small, consistent observations help you make necessary adjustments before they lead to bigger issues, such as falls or injuries. By focusing on daily improvement, you can address potential challenges early and build a stronger, more stable foundation over time. Consistency also creates a sense of accomplishment. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the idea of achieving a huge goal in a short amount of time, small, consistent efforts allow you to see progress day by day. Each successful step in your balance training adds up, creating momentum. This regular, achievable progress boosts confidence and motivation, which in turn encourages you to keep going. It's easy to become discouraged if you don't see immediate, dramatic results, but when you focus on small steps, every improvement, no matter how minor, becomes a victory. Another reason that consistency is key is that it prevents burnout. Intense physical activity can be taxing on the body, especially as we age. When we push ourselves too hard, we risk injury, fatigue, or mental exhaustion. However, by committing to small, consistent actions, we can gradually increase our capacity without overwhelming the body. These manageable steps allow you to build stamina and strength in a sustainable way. Over time, the cumulative effect of daily balance exercises will provide lasting improvements, all while avoiding the risks that come with extreme effort. Finally, consistency helps establish a routine. The more frequently you practice balance exercises, the more it becomes a natural part of your daily life. This routine ensures that balance training doesn't become something you put off or forget about. It becomes integrated into your day-to-day activities, whether it's a few minutes in the morning, a quick session before bed, or while waiting for your coffee to brew. Over time, you build a habit, and that habit becomes part of your lifestyle, ensuring you maintain your balance and stability in the long run. Small steps every day, through consistent, focused practice, are the foundation for rebuilding and maintaining stability. While intensity may offer temporary gains, it is the power of consistency that leads to lasting, meaningful progress. Through daily effort, you can create a steady rhythm that strengthens not only your body, but also your confidence and independence, one small step at a time. Improving balance isn't just physical, it's a statement of dignity and self-respect. When we talk about balance, most people think of physical stability, the ability to stand upright without falling, to walk confidently, to move freely without fear. And while these physical benefits are certainly important, the true value of improving balance extends far beyond the body. It touches on something deeper, something more fundamental to who we are as individuals. It's about reclaiming a sense of self-respect and holding on to our dignity as we age. As we grow older, there is a subtle but powerful shift that happens in the way we view ourselves. The body that once moved with ease and strength begins to feel more fragile, and with it comes the quiet realization that we are no longer as invincible as we once felt. This realization can be a difficult one to accept. It can lead to feelings of vulnerability, insecurity, and even shame. When we lose our balance, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally, it's easy to feel as if we are losing our grip on our dignity. We may start to shy away from social situations, avoid activities we once enjoyed, or even withdraw from people altogether. The fear of falling, of appearing weak or incapable, can become a source of anxiety. But the act of improving balance, of taking small, consistent steps to rebuild stability, is a powerful act of self-respect. It is an assertion that you are not willing to let fear or weakness define you. It's a refusal to let age or physical limitations take away your ability to move freely through life. Each time you practice an exercise or take the time to focus on your balance, you are making a statement to yourself and the world. I am still capable. I am still strong. I still matter. These actions are not just about avoiding falls. They are about standing tall in your own life, on your own terms. Improving balance allows us to retain our independence, which is a key component of dignity, the ability to do things for ourselves. Whether it's getting out of bed, walking to the store, or playing with grandchildren, gives us a sense of purpose and autonomy. Independence is not a luxury. It is a fundamental aspect of living with dignity. When we start to feel dependent on others for basic tasks, it's easy to feel as though we've lost something precious. But by taking proactive steps to improve our balance, we reclaim that independence. We remind ourselves that we are not helpless. We can move through the world with confidence, make choices, and maintain control over our own lives. Furthermore, improving balance is an act of dignity, because it challenges the stereotype that aging is synonymous with decline. In many societies, there is a pervasive belief that aging automatically means losing physical abilities, becoming frail, or giving up on physical activity. However, this belief is not only inaccurate, it's disempowering. By working on your balance, you're sending a message that aging does not have to mean surrendering to weakness. You're showing that with the right mindset, dedication, and consistent effort, we can continue to thrive physically and mentally well into our later years. Moreover, improving balance requires mental engagement. It requires focus, patience, and determination. When you make a conscious effort to improve your balance, you are not only strengthening your body, but also your mind. You are telling yourself that you are worthy of the time and effort it takes to maintain your health, your strength, and your well-being. You are refusing to accept a life of limitations and instead choosing a life of action, resilience, and growth. This is not just about the physical act of balancing. It's about cultivating a mindset of strength and self-worth that radiates through every aspect of your life. The simple act of standing tall, of walking with confidence, and of moving without fear or hesitation is an affirmation of who you are. It is a statement that you are not defined by your age, by your physical challenges, or by your limitations. You are defined by your resilience, your determination, and your commitment to living a life of dignity and self-respect. By working to improve your balance, you are not only protecting your body, you are protecting your sense of self, your confidence, and your ability to live with pride no matter your age.